Price action patterns are for sure one of the most important subjects to understand in trading. There are tons of price action patterns out there. The triangle patterns, the flag patterns, double tops, double bottoms, pennants, etc. Deciding which price action pattern to focus on can sometimes be a daunting task. In this video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite price action patterns that I use on a daily basis, the ABC pattern. We're going to explore what this pattern is, how to identify setups in the market using this pattern, and we'll also show you a free TradingView indicator that can be used to simplify the whole process. If you end up finding this video helpful, remember to leave a like. Let's get into it. The ABC pattern is a well-known chart pattern used in trading. It's part of the Elliott wave principle, and it's often seen as a predictable wave movement in the market. The ABC pattern consists of three legs: A, B, and C. The A wave is a move in the direction of the trend, followed by a B wave, which is a counter-trend move. The C wave is then another move in the direction of the original trend. Essentially, the ABC pattern is a corrective pattern within a larger trend. The ABC pattern is often used to identify potential entry and exit points in the market. When a pattern is completed, it may signal a continuation of the underlying trend or a reversal of that trend. Now, you may be thinking,
but how can I identify the ABC pattern on a trading security?
well, I'm gonna show you. First of all, you wanna go to TradingView and load whatever forex pair or any other trading security that you like. For me, I'm gonna be using the 1 hour time frame of AUD NZD. Now this is a great example of a bullish ABC pattern. We can see that a lower low formed right here. As soon as the price started going upwards, this became our point A. Then the price went up for a bit and created a high. The high was then confirmed when the price started coming back down, making this our point B. After point B was established, the price then continued with this pullback and created a higher low. This low was then confirmed when the price started heading back upwards, making this our point C. Now remember, for point C to be valid, this low needs to be a higher low, meaning that if it goes below this low, the whole pattern becomes invalid. Once the point C has been established, it indicates a higher probability that the price will continue to move upwards. In a bearish trend, we're going to be looking for a bearish ABC pattern, and this is it. We can see that a higher high was formed right here. As soon as the price started going downwards, this became our point A. Then the price went down for a bit and created a low. The low was then confirmed when the price started coming back upwards, making this our point B. After point B was established, the price then continued with this pullback and created a lower high. This high was confirmed when the price started heading back downwards, making this our point C. Now remember, for point C to be valid, this high needs to be a lower high, meaning that if it goes above this high, the whole pattern becomes invalid. Once point C has been established, it indicates a higher probability that the price will continue to move downwards. Now, as you can see from these two examples, identifying the ABC patterns like this can be a daunting task that can take hours upon hours of staring at your screen. To avoid this, we're gonna use an indicator called Trading ABC. But before we add it to the chart, what broker do you guys use to trade? Personally, I use HenkoTrade. As you can see here, this is my trading history. I mainly scalp gold. And up here, you can see that it's actually a live account. The reason why I love HenkoTrade so much is because of their extremely low commissions and spreads. On Forex, for example, the spreads can go as low as 0.0 pips, which is the lowest it can go. And for those of you that love high leverage, guess what? HenkoTrade offers a maximum leverage of 1 to 500. And if that's not enough, they're also going to give you a 100% bonus for all your deposits up to $25,000. So if you deposit, say, $34.50, they're going to give you a bonus of $34.50. So now you'll have a total of $69 to trade with. To access the bonus, as well as all the other perks, sign up to HenkoTrade using the link in the video description. Now, back to the video. Now, to add the Trading ABC indicator to your chart, open the indicator search tab and type in Trading ABC. Select this one by Lonesome the Blue. Now, after adding this indicator to our chart, you will notice that besides the ABC patterns, it also has these green and red clouds, which serve a very important purpose. Now, I'm gonna let you guys guess the purpose of these clouds and type it in the comment section below. You have 2 seconds. Well, time's up.
What?
The blue-red cloud is actually a trend cloud, meaning that they are used to identify bullish and bearish trends in the market. Before we explore how it does that, let's talk about the ABC patterns. These ABC patterns are formed by utilizing the zigzag waves to identify a suitable ABC structure in alignment with the prevailing trend, Fibonacci levels, and a set error rate. When these patterns are detected, the indicator will plot triangles on your chart as soon as the price bounces or starts going in the anticipated direction. But what if you see multiple triangles on your chart? Well, multiple triangles indicate multiple bounces in price, which might signal a stronger confirmation of the ABC pattern. Now let's take a closer look at the trend cloud. The green cloud typically represents a bullish trend, meaning that the market is moving upward, while the red cloud indicates a bearish trend or a downward movement in the market. By combining simple and exponential moving averages of various lengths, this cloud gives you a visual tool to quickly gauge the market's direction. But don't just rely on the default settings. One of the fantastic features of this indicator is its customizability. You can adjust the zigzag period, the fib parameters, the moving average lengths, and even the colors to suit your preferences. For the strategy we're gonna showcase in this video, all the settings are gonna be left at the default values. Now, the way we're gonna use this indicator to trade is really simple. Let me show you an example. To take a long trade, we're basically gonna be looking for a bullish ABC pattern that happens within a bullish trend. To identify a bullish trend, we just make sure that the trend cloud is colored green and the price is trading above it. This indicates a bullish trend. Next, we need to identify a bullish ABC pattern. Let's do that. And this is it. You can see it always starts with a higher low for point A higher high for point B, and another higher low for point C. After the point C is established, we need to wait for this green upward arrow to validate point C. Otherwise, the market might just continue going downwards, resulting in a losing trade. After the 2 conditions are met, we enter a long trade. Now, to take a short trade, we're basically going to be looking for a bearish ABC pattern that happens within a bearish trend. To identify a bearish trend, we just make sure that the trend cloud is colored red and the price is trading below it. This indicates a bearish trend. Next, we need to identify a bearish ABC pattern. So let's do that. And this is it. As you can see here, it always starts with a lower high for point A lower low for point B, and another lower high for point C. After the point C is established, we need to wait for this red downward arrow to validate point C. Otherwise, the market may just continue to move upwards, resulting in a losing trade. After the 2 conditions are met, we enter a short trade. One thing to note about this indicator is that it also filters out the ABC patterns based on the trend of the market. So in a bullish trend, for example, the indicator is only going to show bullish ABC patterns and filter out all the bearish ABC patterns, which I think is pretty cool. Now, this strategy is good for now, but in order to take it from being just good to great, let's add a buy-sell indicator and a volume indicator to our chart. On the indicator search tab, type in UTBot alerts. Select this one by Quant Nomad. Then type in Hawkeye volume, this one by AA Monkey. Double-click on the UTBot alerts indicator to access the settings panel. On the style tab, disable these 2 bar color options. Click OK. Next, double-click on the Hawkeye volume. On the style tab, change the plot color to white, and then click OK. Lastly, access the style settings of the trading ABC indicator. Then disable these 2 shapes options because we won't be needing them. On the Inputs tab, disable the Show Zigzag and Fib options, and then click OK. The reason why we've added the UTBot alerts is to take out all the subjectivity that could come when multiple bounces happen at point C of an ABC pattern. So for example here, instead of wondering whether to enter your trade at this arrow, or at this one, or at this one, You just wait for the UT-bot alert to print a buy signal, and then you enter your trade. A buy signal signifies the beginning of an upward move, and a sell signal signifies the beginning of a downward move. Using the UT-bot alerts indicator for this strategy can increase its win rate immensely, while at the same time keeping subjectivity at bay. The Hawkeye volume is going to be used to identify volume in the market to make sure it is high enough to push the price in the direction of our trade. We're going to see how it works in the next few minutes with trade examples. Speaking of trade examples, let's start with the conditions for entering a long trade. So since it's a long trade, we obviously want to make sure that the market is in a bullish trend. To confirm that, we just make sure that the trend cloud of the trading ABC indicator is colored green and the price is trading above it. This indicates a bullish trend. Second, within this bullish trend, we want a bullish ABC pattern to be printed. Let's see if that happens. This indicates a higher probability that the market will continue to move in this upward direction after this pullback. After the ABC pattern is printed, we can't just enter a trade. We need an extra confluence to reinforce our confidence in this particular trade. That's why we're gonna wait for the UT-bot alerts indicator to print a buy signal. This buy signal increases the probability of the price continuing in this overall upward direction. This now becomes our entry candle. As a last confirmation, we want to make sure that this candle has enough momentum and volume to push the price all the way to take profit. To confirm that, we just make sure that this last volume bar of the Hawkeye volume is colored green, and it should also be above this white moving average. All our entry conditions are met on this candle, so we're going to enter a long trade here. The stop loss is going to be set below the most recent swing low. For the take profit, we're going to set it at 2.5 times the risk. We let this trade run and take profit. For short trades, we're just going to reverse all the conditions. Because it's a short trade, we obviously want to make sure that the market is in a bearish trend. To confirm that, we just make sure that the trend cloud of the trading ABC indicator is colored red and the price is trading below it. This indicates a bearish trend. Second, within this bearish trend, we want a bearish ABC pattern to be printed. Let's see if that happens. This indicates a higher probability that the market will continue to move in this downward direction after this pullback. After the ABC pattern is printed, we can't just enter a trade. We need an extra confluence to reinforce our confidence in this particular setup. That's why we're gonna wait for the UT-bot alert indicator to print a sell signal. This sell signal increases the probability of the price continuing in this overall bearish trend. This becomes our entry candle. As a last confirmation, we want to make sure that this candle has enough momentum and volume to push the price all the way to take profit. To confirm that, we just make sure that this last volume bar of the Hawkeye volume is colored red, and it should also be above this white moving average. All our entry conditions are met on this candle, so we're gonna enter a short trade here. Set our stop loss above the most recent swing high. For the take profit, we're gonna set it at 2.5 times the risk. We let this trade run and take profit. Now, as you can see, this strategy effectively leverages the ABC pattern, combining it with other indicators to create a powerful and objective trading method. Even though the strategy has a high potential, trading using only technical indicators always has its drawbacks. That's why we recommend combining this strategy with fundamental analysis and price action to make it so much better. That's been it for this video. I hope you found some value. If you did, hit the like button below and consider subscribing to stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you next time.